Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 73rd Snake Eyes released in the G.I. Joe Classified Series line, Desert Snake Eyes. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. And before we get started taking a closer look at the package, if you want to add Desert Snake Eyes to your collection, you can do so right now at the link below. There is a link to the Amazon page where you can buy this guy. He is now in stock and shipping, and he is a regular price. So just remember, if you do buy from that link, that it will help out the channel with a few pennies. Taking a closer look at the package here, we have Desert Commando Snake Eyes in this kind of desert background. We see Storm Shadow there in the background. Maybe we're getting a new Storm Shadow soon. You can see some nice, beautiful artwork, and we can also see that he does have all the stuff he comes with. He's number 92 in the line. Here's our specialties right here. You know, punch in on his holster and his bandolier. Everything he comes with. Stands 6.2 inches tall, a little shorter than the regular guys, but that he's no slouch. You know, it is Snake Eyes. He can hold his own. So let's get this guy out of the package and take a closer look. And we're going to start off with his accessories. I do love this Arashikage sword. It does have this really nice gold tint to it. If you saw that it was wet there, it's because this thing was severely bent out of the package and I had to run it under some hot water and cold water to get it to straighten out, and there it is in the sheath. But the sheath is also very bent, so I am not going to be keeping it in that sheath too long because I don't want to rebend the sword. Here's the same exact backpack we've gotten before. Nice hole on the side to put his sheath on. I love that brown, that like this espresso color, chocolate brown color that all of this equipment comes in. Looks really nice. I'm probably gonna have to run this sheath under some hot water too to get it to bend out properly. He does come with another sword, which is really nice. I really like this. It has a nice brown handle, silver blade. Looks really good. And this one is much stiffer, so there's no warping to it at all. Nice bandolier here with the painted grenades. I really dig that. That's a really nice color scheme they got going on there with that dark chocolate and that lighter mocha color. He does come with his standard like Snake Eyes issued, you know, submachine gun. The clip is not removable. It's got some paint apps on it, which is nice. You can take the suppressor for the pistol and put it on here. And boy, this is not easy to do from behind the camera. I just completely bent that barrel all the way up. Did I break it? Oh, the suspense is killing me. No, I didn't. And you can put the suppressor on this submachine gun if you would like to. Looks really nice. But this suppressor also fits on his sidearm, which is really cool. Again, that clip is not removable. Little paint apps on the handle, which is nice. You can just pop that on, and there you have it. It looks really cool. And there is a hole in the end for blast effects if you happen to have any. Next, he comes with this little desert knife, little side knife with a little brown paint on the handle. And then here is Snake Eyes. Now this is the exact same Snake Eyes we've gotten 163 times now at this point, but this is a nice color scheme that I actually really enjoy. I love that gold visor. It looks really cool. The light tan, the orange symbol on his chest looks really cool. I like the webbing. Of course, we've seen this webbing before, but I dig it. I actually really like this sculpt, and all the nice paint apps looks great. I like this original holster that he came with. They fixed the issues with the knife fitting down in the sheath, which is really cool. And unlike the Snake Eyes that came with Timber in the Walmart 2-pack, this is not a gummy release. If you guys remember that review that I did, you can watch it now. That was a gummy mess. That figure was a cash grab. It had... I mean, it was just made with like the lightest, most gummiest material, and the figure felt so god-awful that I ended up selling it as soon as I got done with the review. But this figure feels nice. It's got nice plastic. It feels great, and it feels sturdy. It feels like a regular Joe release, and I dig it. Looking up all the way, that is absolutely fantastic. He can look down, which is great. You're going to be able to get this guy in some fantastic poses. You can get his arms to go all the way out and hit that T-pose. The shoulders do kind of get in the way a little bit because of the shape of them, but they do work. You've got that upper bicep swivel. They can swivel all the way around. This is an older release to repaint, so you are going to get those pinned elbows. He does have a vertical hinge on his left wrist, which is great for swords, and a vertical hinge on his right wrist also, because he can dual wield his swords. His ab crunch is absolutely ridiculous. He's not floppy at all, so that's fantastic. He does have the swivel at the waist. He can do a drop down, which is really good. He has a great drop down, as a matter of fact, which is really good. He can kick all the way forward, kick back about that far. He does have the upper thigh cut, no problem. And then he does have double jointed knees, but since this is a re-release, it is pinned, which is, you know, it is what it is. We have the upper boot cut, we have a hinge, and a pivot down below for foot articulation. So let's get this guy kitted out just a little bit and see what we can do here. We want to make sure that you get that backpack going through the bandolier and into through the webbing and into the hole in his back. It's a little hard at first to kind of get it all lined up, but once you do, works out great. Man, I really got to straighten out that sheath, because as much as I like this sword, I like the other one better, and I don't want it to warp that sword and get it going in a crazy curve. Again, let's go ahead and get his sidearm, or his submachine gun, in his hand, and I think we're going to go with the other, the straighter sword over here in his hand. I just really like this sword. I love the way it looks. It looks great. Flip that around. There we go. And there you have it. There's a closer look at Desert Snake Eyes. Man, this guy is actually really cool. I thought at first I was going to pass on him, but I'm glad I didn't. He looks pretty incredible. So let's get him down here so we can pose him up next to some other desert-styled characters. All right, even though he's not very deserty at all, we're going to bring in that Wave 1 Duke, just because he's a tan character, and then we're going to bring in Dusty. And you can see here that the colors do not match at all. These are not really yellowish tan colors. They're more of a muted light grayish tan. So they're a little different across the board. So let's get this guy into some backgrounds and into some lighting and see how he poses up. Like I said, I wasn't going to pick this guy up at first. When I saw that he was first announced, I was like, I don't know, this is an easy pass. I don't need another Snake Eyes. But you know what? I'm really glad that I picked him up. And I'm sure we'll get an Arctic Snake Eyes at some point in the future. Just maybe, you know, hopefully he'll look a little different and not be a simple repaint. But as far as repaints go, this one is really incredible, and I like the way it looks. I'm glad it's got a substantial feel. They didn't just go with like a really cheap gummy plastic. I think it feels great, looks great, and he's going to be a nice addition to my shelf. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.